Oh, somebody told me sleep is the cousin of death. I gotta wake up. So I open my eyes with a dream in the book. I gotta chase him. Struggle makes 100 miles and running feel more like a million. More pressure, I ain't never backing down and letting up. Fuck you then.
Austin, no doubt, Trout. Hey, man, how you doing, man? Thank you for taking the time out today to do this with me. How you going? How you doing?
I'm blessed, homie. It's a pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Where you headed on this Sunday, man? You out on the road?
Actually, I'm going to the protest in El Paso.
Are they having one out here right now?
Yeah, at 6:00 in front of the police station.
Oh, so, I did not know that. Yeah. I know they did one in Cruces the other day. I didn't know they were doing one in El Paso though.
It's I mean, hopefully nothing's going down, but hopefully we can have our voices heard.
Yeah,
enough is enough.
Absolutely,
yeah, man.
Well, now that I know that, as soon as we get finished here, I'm gonna definitely head down there. I'm not too far from downtown. I'm here in the west side, so I'm not too far.
Yeah, 911 North Rainer, I guess. I think that's the street.
Okay. We'll definitely head down there after this. So obviously, with you heading down there, we'll try to keep this as brief as possible. I mean, so let's just get straight to the juicy part of the conversation. 147. Yeah. How serious are you about making that your new home?
Hey, man, I'm real serious. In fact, I'm not too far away. I mean, I'm not there, but I ain't too far out. In fact, I'm closer to 147 than I normally would be at 154. So I'm dead serious.
Okay. So with that being said, all the major names that are at 147. The one name that interests me the most at 147, along with your name, is Terrence Crawford. As I heard you say in a previous interview, nobody's really lining up to fight this man. But you're obviously more than willing to do so, from what I heard. What about that intrigues you?
Well, I feel, and I don't want to give too much away, but the people that he's fought are tailor made for him, and I'm nothing like anybody he's fought. I feel like I would probably be, aside from Amir Khan, the best name on Terrence Crawford's resume, and that's not the same for me though. He wouldn't be the best name on my resume.
Okay, so again, and clearly one of the biggest things with you going into that fight, it would be the size difference.
Absolutely,
much bigger than me.
I'm not a dumb just coming to him like a lot of these fighters work. I'm smart. He's gonna have to figure it out, and then once he figures it out, I can adapt, and then he's gonna have to figure that out.
It's crazy, man. I've really never heard somebody speak of him in that manner, because there's a lot of confidence behind everything that you're saying. A lot of these guys that you said on his resume haven't really sounded like that going into a potential fight with him. Do you see that that's an option? Like, is that a fight that's not far fetched that I think you can actually get?
I don't think anything's far fetched. I believe anything can happen. I believe that could be a world champion, and nobody believed that can happen. So I believe it's. I don't believe it's too far fetched. I believe it's possible. I believe it's within grasp. He needs an opponent.
He does.
He needs a credible opponent. And Top Rank only plays with certain people, and I'm more or less a free agent. So it's, politically speaking, I can get that fight.
And that's the best position. So right before you, I did have Jamel Herring,
that's my
teammate on here. Yeah. He had some great things to say about you too, man. So with that being said, and Bomac being who he is to both Jamel and Terrence, I'm 100% positive that they'll hear this. So if you would like, state your case for that fight, man. Like, go ahead and let it be known that you want that fight and that you're available for it.
Well, Crawford, I think he already knows that I'm one of those willing and able opponents. But if I can sell it in the sense that I am the best name that he'll have, and they will give him all the credit if he can do with me what he's done with previous ones. I don't think he can. I'm very confident he cannot. But even so, it's a win-win situation for him. Saying he loses, which I believe he will, I'm a big dude. I've got the experience. This, that, and the third. There's all kinds of excuses that they'll make for him. If he wins, then he conquered a Goliath giant. So it's a win-win situation for him. I feel like it's a win-win situation for myself as well. Um, so think of it like that. Make the fight happen, champ.
Okay, I like that. Now let me switch gears over here to I want to talk about Las Cruces for a minute. What does that place mean to you? Because most people that come from small towns as such, once they get to that certain point in that plateau, they leave and leave and basically go try to find a greener pasture, so to speak. What keeps you here?
Well, Las Cruces, my kids, my family is what keeps me here. But Las Cruces means family and home to me. Yeah, I mean, I think it is about close to time for me to spread my wings and take this venture somewhere else. But it's been my home for like 34 years, and it'll always be my home, no matter where I am or where I go.
Okay, and as far as when you won that WBA title in Mexico, being that it was in Mexico, man, and you went into somebody else's backyard as the underdog, even knowing the person that you went in against, the other Alvarez brother. How sweet was it, man, when that finally happened for you? I watched the fight and I watched as soon as they announced your name. Really, when the fight was over, you already kind of knew. You had the fans on your side like crazy by the time the fight was over.
By the end, they were cheering for me.
Yeah, they didn't like you.
It was surreal. In fact, it was crazy because when we got to the airport, we was getting slammed by all the fans in Mexico, and that was just weird because I still didn't realize, you're a world champion. Write your name up on the wall with the rest, with the elite. So it was very surreal, but dream come true and all that cliche words I could think of. But I'm trying to recapture that feeling, to be honest.
And okay, I actually have a question that actually came in. Is the beef with J Rock over? Is that unfinished business?
The thing about beef in boxing is it's never real beef. I would love to still fight J Rock.
Okay.
That has never stopped. But there's a lot of respect in it. I've had multiple run-ins with J Rock, and it's always been nothing but respect. He's never disrespected me to my face. The people he's with, that's a different story. But so I've never really, in a sense, had a definitely not no street beef. It was only competitive. He was in my weight class. I wanted to fight him, and I still do. I still want to fight him.
As you just said, though, the people he was with is a different story. I've definitely noticed in boxing a lot that's been a big issue. It's the people that are not involved. It's not the two guys that is getting in the ring.
Right. It's the ones that are watching, the ones that don't do this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, exactly. I'm telling them, I'm gonna beat your man up. He's trained to do this, bro. Like, why you feel like you can even talk to me in that manner? That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, it's super disrespectful, man. We definitely encountered that a lot. So I was listening to another interview that you did with a gentleman about a month back, and you had said something about wanting to get back in the ring and even potentially stream sparring.
Yeah.
What like elaborate on that a little bit more about actually streaming sparring and potentially, putting that out there for the people to enjoy during this pandemic.
Well, my thing is, if boxing doesn't come back, if we can't get boxing to come back soon, I think one of the ways that we can fill that void is to find some sponsors, right, and to get some events out of sparring sessions, and that can help fill in some void for the boxing fans, and for the fighters to perform, and maybe even make some money with it.
Yeah, of course. And as far as the sponsors and stuff like that, have they still stuck around with you during this pandemic, or are they still on Trout?
Yeah, they're still Team Trout. The people I rock with, USADA, Impact Network, they've all been loyal throughout. And hopefully, speaking of Impact, if everything goes well, we could be back on Impact by July or August.
How did that relationship start up with Impact and Teresa Tapia?
Well, me and Teresa, we go back, way back when Johnny was around, and they used to live in Las Cruces for a little while. When they was brought to Teresa through Darius McCrary, she brought it to me, and I was like, you know what, I need a place to keep me busy. They're gonna throw money to have me fight. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, of course. I got another question that just came in here. I wanted to get with. How do you stay competitive and motivated in a small city like Cruces? I fought out of Colorado for a long time, and it was hard to find real solid pro camps.
It was hard, but I just made it myself. I went out to a few pro camps. I went to Moses camp. I was in Sergio Martinez, Tony Margarito, Kelly Pavlik, even Matthew Magnus. So I went out and I seen a lot of the camps, how they ran it. And then I took a lot of that and I brought it home. And I just, we started running our own camps. And then, you start getting a lot of hungry fighters that want to be in camp as well with you. So, surrounding yourself with hungry people is a great way to stay hungry.
And how is it finding sparring and stuff like that out here in this area? I've been to quite a few gyms since I've been out here, and it's really not it's not the scene that I expected it to be or that I thought it would be, which is initially why I had contacted you when I had first moved down here about like, hey, bro, I need help finding a gym. So how
that's got a lot of gyms. I mean, there's a couple of real good amateurs with Jorge Tovar and his partner, and I get some good work with them. You just gotta look for it. And if there's a lot on the line, we'll find sparring. We'll bring sparring in, and it works like that way. We're all go travel to go get the work. I mean, you just gotta go get it, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely, man, and definitely do keep in mind as far as the traveling to get the work and things like that. If that's something you ever want to look to get into, I had a lot of contacts out in Denver.
I love, no doubt.
That's home.
That air is something vicious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. I remember when I first moved down here, I found a basketball gym down here, and I literally, and I thought I was out of shape already, and I literally just started running, and I was just, I can go for days, I can go for days, and I can go for days. One other thing I wanted to touch on, man, is something that you said that keeps you here in Cruces and out in Cruces is your family. How is the family doing, man? They you guys got a lot of publicity. The family did through the fights with Canelo, the fights with Cotto, and stuff like that. And also, how is it finally being a married man? Did she actually settle you down like she's supposed to?
Yeah, as much as good. It's wonderful. I'm happily married. One of the best decisions I've ever made, was to get married. And the kids are all growing. They're all healthy. That's all I can really ask for. You know what I mean? No sickness over here. Everybody's strong and going forward.
That's good, man. That's good. So obviously, I would be remiss if we didn't talk about even the reason that you're heading downtown El Paso right now. Would be George Floyd. Give me your thoughts on it and kind of pretty much where it started from the actual video that surfaced to where it's at now.
Well, the thing that's just aggravating is how come this man only got picked up and charged with some bullshit charges like yesterday. Why did it take so long? And the only reason why they did it is because it was on video and the people called for outrage. So us going to this protest is going to make sure that not just him, but every officer that was around him gets charged. And if they do some quick fucking justice already and stop playing with us. We're not here for it. And the beautiful thing is it's not about race. It's about right and wrong. And the people that usually are silent on these issues and people of certain colors that are silent on these issues are speaking up. So, we have to appreciate that at least. But, I mean, it's about time. At least finally they starting to speak up on our behalf because we're humans too.
Absolutely. So as far as the looting and the rioting and stuff that's going on in most states and stuff right now, do you feel that all of that is actually taken away from the whole reason this even started, which is George Floyd?
I think it's taken away, but I don't think it's the peaceful protesters that are doing any of the rioting or looting. I think it's the damn little cell agents that are in what they call antagonizers or instigators, but it ain't nobody that's heard about George Floyd.
Yeah,
let's just call it as a spade with a spade. It's the damn it's the government that's doing all the rioting, so they can incite the force that they want to anyway. Come on, man. In Minnesota, it was the police that shot at the people first with the gas. It wasn't the people that did anything violent. It was the police that shot the gas first.
And I've been watching a lot of the protesting going on back home in Denver.
You see, what does it look like? Who's doing the rioting? Who's doing the?
No,
what does it look like?
It's definitely the police, man.
Straight up.
Because I actually had a buddy who was out there protesting the night before last, before they put that curfew on, and he was getting shot with the little pellets and rubber guns, or the rubber bullets and the gas and everything, and they was literally just sitting there with their hands behind their backs doing absolutely nothing.
So I mean, wouldn't you want to burn this bitch down if that's what you came in to be peaceful and they just shot you anyway? That's what we talk. We're here to talk about the police brutality, and they just gonna shoot you. But I just pulled up, and you got me my revolutionary mind, man. People, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, do your thing.
Keep my eye out for you.
Yeah. Do your thing, man. And if we do head down that way, I'll definitely shoot you a message, and then we'll link up when we get a little bit of more time, and we can get into some more topics.
Sounds good, man.
All right, my brother. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Mr. Trout. Well.